Amidst advancing technology, the Navy's defense systems undergo constant evolution to combat increasingly sophisticated aerial threats. Enter the close-in weapon systems, the ultimate shield against small boats, aircraft, and missiles. Positioned on the decks of naval warships, they serve as the final defense against infiltrating enemy attacks. In the Navy and Coast Guard of the United States, the Bureau of Naval Personnel gives the job of gunner's mate to people who are very careful and skilled. Enlisting sailors can get this critical job rating in two different ways. They can either finish the brutal training for gunner's mate school or show that they're proficient with the ordnance in the standard field known as striking. When striking, a sailor doesn't have to be a seaman. They can be from one of the undesignated rates, such as firefighters, seamen, or airmen. This is only possible in the Navy, but not in the Coast Guard. Once they get to the ship as a GM, these sailors learn how to use a wide range of weapons. They know how to use shotguns, semi-automatic and automatic rifles, pistols, and submachine guns. They also know how to handle machine guns and bombs, both small and large, and how to use mounted weapon systems. GMs are responsible for more than just handling these weapons. They also have to run and maintain shooting ranges and armories, ensuring these powerful weapons are stored and maintained correctly. This wide range of duties shows how flexible they are and how important they are to the operational agility and defensive strength of the U.S. Navy and Coast Guard. GMs do practical tasks that help them improve at using the skills they've learned in the classroom and real-life situations. Operation Black Dart is one of these drills. It's an essential part of live-fire exercises. Teams from the Helicopter Maritime Strike Squadron 75 and the Helicopter Combat Squadron 8 leave here on a difficult mission in MH-6 and MH-6S helicopters. They carefully watch for and destroy target drones a few miles off the coast of Naval Base Ventura, County Point Mugo. A big part is played by Black Dart, known as the most extensive live-fire counter-unmanned aerial systems practice ever run by the Department of Defense. Every year, people from different military areas and experts in the field gather there for the test. This exercise tests not only their knowledge of unmanned systems, but also of ways to stop them. It's a fantastic show of force and of how well they can work together to defend themselves and their technological skills. In the same way, training to be an aerial sniper is another excellent way to improve your shooting skills. This annual drill, which takes place at sea, challenges the Marines and improves their skills in aerial marksmanship, which is essential for the wide range of operational needs that they face. Each of these exercises has its own focus and goals, but they all help to ensure that gunners are not only knowledgeable about many different weapons, but are also good at using them in constantly changing settings. For gunner's mates, training includes more than just individual drills. It also includes big international projects like the Rim of the Pacific exercise. RIMPAC is the world's most significant international maritime warfare practice, and it shows what joint and multinational Navy actions are all about. Honolulu, Hawaii is the center of this event, which happens every 2 years, usually in June and July of even-numbered years. The Marine Corps, the Coast Guard, and the Hawaii National Guard are all working together on this drill, which isn't just the Navy's job. The governor of Hawaii is in charge of the overall strategy. RIMPAC allows gunners' mates to work with a wide range of maritime forces and improve their skills in many different types of naval combat. This exercise is an important way for them to improve their gunnery skills. The collaborative nature of RIMPAC also encourages a sense of camaraderie and learning between players from different countries. This makes the gunner's mates even more ready for battle and improves their tactical skills in the context of global maritime security. This kind of strict training is necessary to get ready for the complicated tasks of modern air warfare and to stay ahead in defensive operations. The Marines' A1Z live fire testing at sea is another example. This is an essential part of defensive counter operations and shows how ready they are for aerial battles. Their job is to find and destroy a drone, which is a crucial part of keeping air control. Not only does this practice push the UH-1Y Vipers and their weapons to their limits, but it also improves the Marine skills and keeps them at the top of their field when it comes to air defense. The Bell UH-1Y Viper is an attack helicopter with two engines that is based on the UH-1W Super Cobra. It was designed and made by the American aerospace company Bell Helicopter. It's one of the newest members of the Bell Huey family. With help from the United States Marine Corps, the UH-1Y was made in the 1990s and in the 2000s as part of the H-1 update program. It's mostly updating the service's current UH-1Ws. It was supposed to be a rebuild program at first, but orders for brand new helicopters were placed instead. The UH-1Y and Bell UH-1Y Venom utility helicopters have over 84% of the same parts, including the tail bloom, engines, rotor system, drivetrain, avionics architecture, software, controls, and displays. In addition, it has a new target sighting system, a transmission that works better, and a 4-blade bearingless composite central rotor system. The UH-1Y's first flight took place on December 8th of 2000. Low-rate beginning production began in October of 2003. The USMC said that the UH-1Y was ready for combat on September 30th, 2010, and it will fully replace the UH-1W Super Cobra in October of 2020. The type forms a critical element of the Aviation Combat Element, or ACE, task force, which supports all phases of USMC expeditionary operations. Since its inception, the USMC has pursued various upgrades, such as installing Link 16 data link and outfitting it with the AGM-179A Joint Air-to-Ground Missile, or JAGM. The UH-1Y has also been looking for many foreign customers and has often been in competition with the Boeing AH-64 Apache for orders. The first export customer was the Royal Bahraini Air Force, and the Czech Air Force also ordered this type. Pakistan was going to have its own UH-1Ys at one point, but deliveries were stopped because of politics. The Bell UH-1Y Viper is an attack helicopter developed from the earlier Bell UH-1 Super Cobra. When contrasted against its predecessor, it incorporates various improvements and advances, including new rotor technology, upgraded military avionics, updated weapon systems, and electro-optical sensors in an integrated weapons platform. Among other advantages provided by these changes, it has better survivability, can locate targets at longer ranges, and can attack them using precision weapons. The airframe was extensively redesigned to maximize crashworthiness. Some measures include energy-absorbing landing gear, fuel vapor inerting systems, self-sealing fuel tanks, energy-attenuating crash-worthy seating, and a mass retention design approach applied to many significant components. Active systems include countermeasure carriers, radar warnings, incoming on-way missile warnings, on-fuselage laser spot warning systems, and the hover infrared suppression system to protect the engine exhaust. The UH-1Y is equipped with a bearingless and hingeless rotor system. This has 75% fewer parts than that of 4-bladed flexible systems. The rotor blades are composed of composites, which give them increased ballistic survivability. The rotor is equipped with a semi-automatic folding system, enabling the UH-1Y to be stored more efficiently aboard amphibious assault ships and other means of transportation. Efforts were made to maximize its maintainability and to minimize maintenance requirements. In comparison to the Super Cobra, numerous maintenance tasks have been eliminated, interactive electronic technical manuals have been produced, less spare storage is required, and accessibility has been improved. In addition, different fault detection sensors are present to enable condition-based maintenance. In May 2005, news came out that the UH-1Y had finished its first set of flight tests at sea. The United States Marine Corps took delivery of the first official UH-1Y chopper on October 15, 2005, through the Naval Air Systems Command. The UH-1Y and UH-1Y both finished their development test in early 2006. The first cases of this type were sent to the NAS Patuxent Rivers Operational Test Unit in the first quarter of 2006 to be tested for operational evaluation. The second and final part of the open evaluation tests for both the AH-1Z and the UH-1Y began in February of 2008. The USMC said on September 30th, 2010 that the AH-1Z was ready for battle. Since the type was first released, many improvements have been investigated and added. As reported in March 2022, the AGM-179A Joint Air-to-Ground Missile, or JAGM, has reached initial operational capability on the AH-1Z. This weapon will replace both the Hellfire and Maverick missiles. In October of 2020, the USMC said it would be pulling the last of its AH-1W Super Cobras out of service. These choppers had been entirely replaced by AH-1Z Vipers. The AH-1Z is an integral part of the USMC's Aviation Combat Element, which is a task-oriented force that helps the USMC with all of its expeditionary operations. Some of the most important things it does in this role are offensive air support, anti-air warfare, assault support, and aerial reconnaissance. At the beginning of the 2020s, there were discussions about cutting up to a third of the USMC's attack helicopter fleet to free up money for other assets. To make room for new planes, the USMC put some Vipers into long-term storage at the 309th Aerospace Maintenance and Regeneration Group in Arizona in May of 2021. This happened at the same time that deliveries continued. The Bell AH-1 Cobra helicopter has two engine types, single engine and twin engine. Each type is designed to meet unique operational needs. American Rotocraft used the single engine model a lot. It's designed and made by Bell Helicopter, which is best known for creating the Huey line of helicopters. People often call it the Huey Cobra or a snake. This attack chopper can go as fast as 149 knots, but it'll never go faster than 190. It has a range of 310 nautical miles, a service ceiling of 11,400 feet, and a rate of climb of 1,230 feet per minute, and it's ready for a variety of battle situations. It comes with two 7.62mm multi-barrel miniguns, M129 40mm grenade launchers, and a variety of rockets, all of which show how powerful it is in aerial combat. The Bell UH-1Y Venom, also called the Super Huey, is another fantastic chopper that shares 85% of its parts with the AH-1 Cobra. This medium-sized utility helicopter with two engines was made as part of the U.S. Marine Corps H-1 upgrade program as a more modern addition to the Huey family. Following the NATO phonetic code for its variant letter, the UH-1Y is called the Yankee. At first, Bell planned to make the UH-1Ys by fixing up UH-1 ends, but they decided to start from scratch instead. The UH-1Y Venom replaced the Marine Corps' UH-1 Twin Huey light utility helicopters, which were first used in the early 1970s. It went into service with the Marine Corps in 2008, and full-rate production began. The last UH-1Y was delivered in 2018, and it was a sign of how military aviation technology has changed over time, while still honoring the heritage and design principles of its predecessors. The Huey's known for being able to do a lot of different things. It comes with powerful guns, like two pintle mounts that can hold a variety of weapons. These guns are good at hitting airborne and grounded targets, so they're extremely versatile and can be used in all kinds of offensive situations. Utilizing virtual reality technology is the first step in teaching gunners. This realistic setting is excellent for training door gunners because it lets them safely and successfully simulate real-life situations. In VR, trainers can get used to using and handling these guns, as well as learning how to load and fire them, all in a controlled virtual environment. In addition to making learning more fun, this method makes sure that gunners are well prepared before they go into actual battle. The military's use of virtual reality in training shows their dedication to incorporating cutting-edge technology for more efficient and practical training, making sure that personnel have the skills and experience they need to run these robust weapon systems. Learning the basics of gunning to become a skilled gunner mate takes a lot of hard training, expert knowledge of technology, and practical knowledge. The path is long and complex, from learning the basics of how to use a wide range of weapons and getting hands-on practice with them, to more advanced training exercises like Operation Black Dart and Summer Fury 21. The United States government runs a secret military practice called Operation Black Dart. Its main goal is to fight unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs, also known as drones. The main goal of the operation is to test and improve the military's ability to find, track, and destroy enemy drones. It's also meant to help come up with ways to protect against UAVs that could pose threats in different situations. While specifics of Operation Black Dart are kept secret, it's known that different parts of the U.S. military, as well as other government departments and business partners, work together on it. Live fire drills, simulations, and tests of new technologies for finding and defeating drones are all common parts of the operation. Operation Black Dart is part of a more significant effort by the military and defense agencies to deal with the changing threats that unmanned aerial systems pose and to come up with practical ways to protect military personnel, infrastructure, and assets. Using virtual reality in training is another example of the creative ways that these professionals are being prepared for the complexity of modern war, which brings us to the end of our video, and we hope you enjoyed it. Please show us your support by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel, and remember to press the bell icon so you can watch another video from us as soon as it's uploaded. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.